Families across Colorado sometimes struggle to afford accessible toys for their children with a disability. A cost-effective option, adapting a toy. Joining us today to talk about their effort to help these families, local nonprofit Max Mods. Today we welcome Vice President Brittany Jansen and co-founder Dina Watson. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. So Brittany, tell us a little bit about your event called Santa's Little Hackers. It's a really cute name, and talk about what it involves.
Yeah, so at our event, we essentially take off-the-shelf toys that are very popular for kids all over the world, and we make a very simple modification to them to make them accessible for kids of all abilities. So we take essentially a off-the-shelf toy can come standard like this, where a child will need to press it with their fingers.
Yeah.
But if you have a disability where you're limited in your finger usage or your arm usage, there is a way to make it accessible to you, so you can still play with the toy.
Oh, that's fantastic. And you brought a little bit of a demo here. Yeah. Do you want to run us through it?
Sure. So the button inside of the toy that Brittany was talking about is very small. So if you don't have the ability to press that, this toy is inaccessible to you. So we take a simple cable and intercept this button to bring it outside of the toy so a larger button can be hooked up to it. And then once it's adapted, it takes just a simple press.
That's fantastic.
To be able to play with the toys, you know, that
any toy,
any toy,
almost any toy, which is really neat. This event, Dina, it's an annual event, and volunteers are involved. So share a little bit more about that, because folks are coming out and doing this on their own time, which is really generous.
Right. Yeah, our entire organization is volunteer run, and we couldn't do it without our volunteers. This Saturday we're holding our event, and we'll have about 375 volunteers come and adapt all of these toys. We take them from off the shelf to ready to ship out, and we ship them out that day, and they'll be going all over the world.
That is so cool. Actually, it costs less than $10 to adapt a toy. You just went through it. It's really neat. I would never think of something like this, right? And now you're making a way for these toys to be accessible for all the kiddos, which is so special. What does it mean to be able to help families with this?
Sure. Well, we started this because my son needed toys like this. Brittany was actually his speech therapist, and we came together and said, this is something we can do for many more kids like our son. So it means a lot to the families, because these toys, if you bought it already adapted, they're very expensive.
I bet.
When it's not very expensive. It just takes a couple of dollars of a cable and a little bit of work from our volunteers, and then it's something that anybody can play with.
So really, Dina, it was driven by a need in your home, and now you're able to share it with so many people, which is so special. So if families want to still get involved with this, are they able to?
At this point, we have
You've probably capped out for the holidays.
That's exactly it, because everything is run completely on donations, right? So we start asking for donations at the beginning of the year, so we can buy toys and try to buy as many toys as we can to meet the need. But every year we get so many requests every year that you know, we reach as many as we can, and then at the beginning of October we start sending out information on our Facebook mailing list for families to know when they can apply for a toy. And this year we had over 2,000 requests within a week. So it always fills up really fast.
Brittany, it sounds like you've been involved since inception as well, which is really wonderful. What does it mean to you to be able to give back to kids all across our area and beyond?
Yeah, I think I'm very fortunate in my career. I get to see these toys used almost every day, and I see the joy it brings to kids when they can control a toy. I see the friends that they make when they have a bubble machine shooting off, that friends come over and play. I see the smiles it gives families to receive a toy for their child that is accessible and made for them. So it feels wonderful, and it feels wonderful to see the growth in the 12 years we've been doing this, to see how many people are so excited to volunteer and be a part of the organization. It's incredible.
Well, it's so wonderful what you both are doing. If anyone wants to get involved, from volunteering maybe to getting in on this for next year, what's the best way for them to do that?
Our website is santaslittle.hackers.com, and all the information is right there.
Brittany and Dina, thank you so much. We so appreciate you.
Thank
and happy
you.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yes,
to you.
thank you so much.